I love right now to read a little story to you. Would that be okay with you?
Yes.
All right. When I heard that story the first time, do you mind just passing on to me? When I heard that story, or when I actually read that story for the very first time, a lot of things just made sense. And it may be profound. You may have heard that story before. But I want you right now, even if you have heard it before, I want you right now to take it on again. Does this make sense? Yes. Yes?
Yes.
Thank you. You have to work again with a lot of energy here, okay? So, have a listen to this. Actually, before I do that, what is success to you? What is success to you? Just shout something out. Actually, can we get a mic, please? Actually, just shout it out. What's success to you?
The money.
Who's that? Thank you. Yeah. Who else?
Stability to live in the real register forever, like you are born, you influenced by
Could be.
married, and you symbolize everything, you have lots of trauma, problems, dissatisfaction.
Yep, could be.
Forever in some measure, even.
Sure, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Who else?
Harmony.
Harmony? Could be. Yep.
Peace and satisfaction.
Nice. Could be.
Knowing that I have the power to create whatever I choose.
I love it. Power to create, man. That's good. Okay. Thank you so much, you. Of course. Is success, I mean, hearing that right now, is success subjective?
Yes.
So what I thought for a long time, success has to do with the money I'm making. And therefore, my self-worth went down. Therefore, I wasn't as happy. Therefore. Who can relate? Who can relate? Who can relate?
Yes.
Some don't. Some are not going to be able to relate. But some will not be able to relate. Success, the way we view success is very subjective. Is what? Subjective. And we know that. But how often do we get caught up in our own mind thinking that we are not successful because we haven't accomplished the things that we associate with being successful? Does this make sense?
Yes.
So, I need to tell you, it's all bullshit. Would that be fair enough?
Yes.
Thank you. Would that empower you as well to take life on and to see life, to look at life from a different perspective?
Yes.
Of course it would. Now listen to this. I love that story. A businessman was at a pier of a small coastal village, or small coastal Mexican village, where a small boat with just one fisherman docked. Inside the small boat were several large yellow tuna fish. The businessman complimented the Mexican on the quality of his fish and asked, "Hello, how long did it take to catch that fish?" The Mexican replied, "Sir, only a little while." The businessman then asked, "Hey, why don't you stay out longer and catch more fish?" The Mexican replied, "Senor, I had enough to support my family immediate needs." The businessman then asked, "But what do you do with the rest of your time?" The Mexican replied, "I sleep late, fish a little, play with my children, take a siesta with my wife, Maria, stroll into the village." Pretty well. Each evening we zip wine and play guitar with my amigos. I have a full and busy life, senor. The businessman scoffed and said, "I'm a Harvard MBA and I could help you. You should spend more time fishing. And with the proceeds, buy a bigger boat. With the proceeds from the bigger boat, you could buy several boats. Eventually, you would have a fleet of fishing boats." Instead of selling your catch to a middleman, you would sell directly to the processor and eventually open your own cannery. You would control the product processing and distribution. You would need to leave the small coastal fishing village and move to Mexico City, then LA, and then New York City, where you would run your expanding enterprise. The Mexican fisherman asked, "But senor, how long will that take?" And the businessman replied, "Well, 15 to 20 years. "But what then, senor?" And the businessman laughed and said, "Well, that's the best part. When the time is right, you would announce an IPO and sell your company stock to the public and become very, very rich. You would make millions. Millions, senor? What then? Well, then what? The businessman said, well, then you retire. Move to a small coastal fishing village where you sleep late, fish a little, play with your kids, take a siesta with your wife, stroll to the village in the evenings where you put zip wine and play guitar with your good friends and amigos. The fisherman, still smiling, looked up and said, isn't that what I'm doing right now? Who heard the story before?
Yeah.
Thank you. Now the story to me, guys, has said a lot in my life. And what it has done for me, it has given me a perspective to look onto the playing field of life that I'm playing from a different perspective. Does this make sense?
Yes.
Yes.
Would that important to be flexible in the way we are thinking about ourselves so we can mold around stuff? So we don't see challenges as challenging. And we just go for it. Why not? What is success? Again, like looking at that part right now, I want you right now, I'll give you 2 minutes for that. I want you right now to write down, how could you view success from a different angle? How could you view success from a different angle? Just hold on for a second, please. How could you view success from a different angle so that the view of success totally changes for you right now? I want you right now to really think beyond what you believe success was all about and turn it around. Just take something on, what feels true to you, and put it down on paper. Ready, go. I'll give you 2 minutes for that. Take your time, guys. Pour it all down. It's your time right now. Take that time seriously. Use it. Pour it all down. Whatever you believe success can do for you. View it from a different angle. Just make it count. Seconds. Get it down, guys. Alright, beautiful. Come back. Sorry for the meeting before. Still trying to go through the live. It's actually my wife, and I thought it was a clever one, by the way. Okay, it's beautiful. So, would love someone just to share. Maybe do we have a mic somewhere? So, who would like to share? Yeah. Let's do minutes first.
One. Okay, so success, making today better than yesterday, injecting people with positive energy, collaborating with others, sharing love and knowledge, being completely present with every moment of my life, helping people maximize their potential on planet Earth because we are only here for a limited amount of time.
Give him a hand. Give him a hand. Sorry. Just stay there just for a second. Please. Thank you. How is this different? Because I know you a little bit. How is this different from the view of success we had before?
Well, this has been developing over a certain amount of time, but I guess I'll put myself back in maybe a time in high school probably year 8 in SOS class, I think, when I thought about the whole pathway that most people take. It has to be career, get married, and all that stuff to get to a retirement, and then that's when you can like live your life. It was something like that, and I thought that just seems very bland. For even at that time, something stood out to me that that's not right, that there's more to life. So I think it's just been changing from that point to this point, gradually.
Okay, so have you right now, I'm just trying to understand where you're coming from, have you extended on your vision and on your viewpoint to success, towards success right now, what you've written down, or has it always been there for the past years? Because you're saying it's radiation.
Yeah, there's always, I keep, like you said, refining. I keep refining my definition of success. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Milos is a very successful entrepreneur. That's why he's coming from that frame. Okay, thank you so much. Who else? I think, yep.
Hi everyone, Joseph Wojciechowski.
Okay, everyone, this is Joe. Everyone? Oh, there we are. Hold on.
I want my success to be stable and have time enough not to be worried about small routine things that are holding me back. I really want to change, help the world change. I have the energy and the passion to do that, but that's what's holding me back, and that's what I want to be successful.
Well, in the right spot right here. I love it. All done. Thank you so much. Give him a hand, please. One more person? Can I have some? Yeah, thank you.
Okay, I've written down that success is feeling fulfilled internally and reaching out and touching people and being my true self.
Thank you so much. What's your name?
Anthony.
Anthony. Thank you very much. Thank you so much. Can I share with you what success nowadays means to me? That'd be okay? I said to my wife, which is lovely in my life, I said to her at one stage in our life, in our partnership, that we either will be living under a bridge, being homeless, and just eating good food. Not quite. But I really, you get the analogy of that, yeah? So, we are so committed to just making life for people around us just extraordinary. And I really mean that. Okay, and I'm really, it's come from the bottom of my heart. Because we have had times when, it's really quick story, but at one time, actually the screenshot of it, we had 3 bank accounts, right? And then in all those 3 bank accounts combined, we haven't had $1 in there. It was like 0.23 million. I was like, great, that's awesome. Not even $1, awesome. But this is, you know, kind of the story, I think, that's worth sharing, because that is what matters. These holes where you say, holy macaroni, what's going on with my life? Okay? And then you see those apps, which is just beautiful. Okay? It's beautiful. So I said to Megan a few years later, probably just, 10 months later or something, he said, you know what? I feel we are so committed. We either will live life beyond our wildest dreams and are surrounded by just extraordinary people, or we just hold hands, sitting on the bridge, look at the water. Right? There's nothing in between anymore. And success to me, guys, is this. It's quite extraordinary, actually. On these flip charts, sometimes I feel dyslexic, even though I'm not. What does it say? It's really weird. Success to me is everything. Is what? It's everything. Like there's nothing more important than successful in my terms. Success in my terms is seeing you just truly living life to the fullest. I think I made that clear. Yeah? Did I? Yeah. Yes. And success to me at the same time is absolutely worthless. It's nothing at the same time. And you will be able to tell you why that is. Because he's very, it has not to do with quantum physics, would that be right?
Yeah, in a way. It's sort of like, in some ways, I mean, if we say, well, who are we really? And we really explore that too. We might come up with everything, nothing as well. It's like it's a paradox.
It is a paradox.
Like, yeah.
Thank you. Thank you so much. So that's really what is it to me. Okay? And And the reason why success to me is nothing, because I could survive with nothing. Does this make sense?
Yeah.
If I would stay naked right now here, I would probably do just such, maybe a little bit cold then or something, but I would just do what I would do. Does it make sense? Okay, and that is awesome. I'm not worried about that stuff. I'm worried about how of an impact I can make in my time I have here on Earth. I will die someday, as we all do. And I will share with you, you might laugh and whatever, I don't mind, laugh about me, it's all good, but I would love to share a story or like a bit of a ritual with you that's really dear to my heart. Would that be all right?